You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, CBS soap opera fans. This is SoapDirt.com, and we have got your Young and the Restless daily spoilers for next week, March 27th through 31st, 2023. The gala is going to continue all week long, and there's guest stars and all kinds of stuff happening. It is definitely must-see TV. On Monday, March 27th, 2023, it's season 50, episode 122. We're going to see Victor Newman and Nikki Newman toasting themselves because of the successful Bicentennial Gala launch. Nikki took on the onus of owning this event, and it's turned out lovely. And as we know, Y&R pulled out, dusted off, and spruced up the Genoa City Athletic Club set, and it looks great. It's been a minute since we've seen the GCAC, and it's going to be the site of what is likely a not so mysterious murder mystery this week, depending on the plot that unfolds. Also on Monday, we're going to see Jack Abbott's jaw drops when somebody crashes the masked event. There's a lot of people coming in, so there's no telling. Leanna Love is there sniffing out gossip. Plus, Jeremy Stark is planning to creep in with his mask on, but it doesn't seem likely that he'll reveal himself because remember, he took his little go bag and he's gone upstairs to a room at the GCAC to help Phyllis carry out this dirty plot they've got going. Plus, on Monday, Jill Abbott tries to broker peace between Devon Hamilton and Lily Winters on Young and the Restless. These two are giving each other side-eye at the event. They weren't happy that they were asked to pose for a joint family photo, but now that Jill has set the IPO aside, she is determined to make peace and to get Devon to drop his lawsuit about pulling Hamilton Winters out of Chancellor Winters. Next, we've got Tuesday, March 28th, 2023. We're on episode 123 of Y&R, and it's season 50, of course, for the big 50th anniversary celebration. And gossip maven Leanna Love is at the event, and she sniffs out a scandal. And there will definitely be some scandalous stuff happening, so which one will it be? Will she be eyeballing Sally Spectra's baby bump and wondering if Adam's the dad? Will there be hints dropped about that? Because people are definitely going to notice that bump, and that's why they brought it up. There's Diana Jack's engagement, and then there's Phyllis and Jeremy's dirty scheme. So there's a whole lot for her to sniff out and write about. That same day, Christine Williams is really happy to see Nina Webster. Of course, somebody who might be less happy to see her is Abby Newman, because her ex-mother-in-law might have some things to say about her shagging Devon and cheating on her son, Chancellor. And then it's midweek on Young and the Restless. It's Wednesday, March 29th, and that's episode 124 of season 50. And we're going to see Jack and Diane shock everyone at the gala with their big announcement. We're assuming this is going to be when they reveal their engagement, but then there's stuff going on with Phyllis, so we'll see. But we have to bet that it is the engagement, and surely Jack is going to get some criticism for proposing to the returned from the dead and very scandalous Diane. Although her redemption story is clear, everyone might not agree. Also at midweek, Amanda Sinclair shows up at the ball, and she will have a moment alone this week with Devon where she is going to lay into him, and then he wants to make things smoother between them, but her feelings are really hurt. And they're doubly hurt, we find out this week, because she left town assuming that Devon had bedded Abby on the sofa and maybe it was a one-off. But now that she sees them at the ball together and she sees that they're in a relationship, she is stunned. She wants to know if Abby is living with him. And several nights of the week, she is sleeping over. So this has turned into a relationship, and that really hits Amanda hard because Devon wasn't just cheating for some sort of sexual thrill. He's fallen for someone else. Also on Wednesday, Danny Romalotti and his sister Gina Roma pop up at the celebration. Danny will be performing a song that he had written back in the 80s, and it went into the Young and the Restless time capsule that they planted on the CBS lot, and they've just excavated and opened. So he is performing that song that he wrote decades ago. Then on Thursday, March 30th, it's season 50, episode 125, and Phyllis Summers throws Jack with something. So there is some kind of twist. She knew the engagement announcement was coming. She's got this plan with Jeremy to take down Diane based on the leaked photo. And I finally saw the video where the photo was shown of Phyllis's presumed funeral. Michelle Stafford did a cameo video, one of those videos that fans pay for private messages, and she twisted her phone around in her dressing room to show that Christian LeBlanc, who plays Michael Baldwin, was sitting in her dressing room. She was giving the fan a little 2-for-1 action, and as she panned by, you could see a shot of what looked like a memorial service. There's a picture in the background that's on an easel, the kind of thing you see at a memorial. And if you glance closely, it's a woman with lighter colored hair in a blue, dramatic, one-shoulder blue dress. And if you look at Michelle Stafford's press photos for the show, that is one of her press pictures. So whatever she does kicks off this week with Jeremy. But if she is faking her death, it's kind of bizarre, because what's going to happen when she reveals she's alive? It wouldn't be the first time she's crashed a big event coming back from the dead or the comatose. So we'll see how it goes. That same day, Tucker McCall will not leave Ashley Abbott alone. She is finding him intractable. He showed up at her house and waylaid her into being his date. He is being charming. He is being funny. He told the reporters that he was just her chauffeur that had the hots for her. That McCall charm is working overtime, but also next week, he's going to be plotting again with Audra Charles, and he might have her back into his bed. The guy is just a cad, but Trevor St. John is so fun to watch as he just chews the scenery every time he's on the air. Finally, we're at Friday, March 31st, 2023, season 50, episode 126 of Young and the Restless. We are going to see Elena Dawson completely lose it at Victoria Newman. Elena sniffs a rat with Victoria, and she has, ever since Victoria got Nate to betray his family and feed her inside info on the IPO. And she didn't want Nate to go to work for that snake, but he did. And now Victoria is trying to get Nate in her bed, and she is going all out to woo him. Over here at soapdirt.com, we actually wrote an article about Victoria being guilty of sexual harassment because Nate works for her. She's in the position of power. And imagine if it was a man in that role telling a female employee, "Oh, I got a hotel room. You should come up and see me." Because remember, Nate was even asking questions like, "Oh, if I turn down this sex, is it going to affect my job?" So clearly he's in a position where he feels threatened in that way, even though he has the hots for her, and he is concerned that turning down sex could be a problem for work. And that is the textbook definition of sexual harassment. But Nate is into her, and Elena can sniff it out. Adam Newman sniffed it out this week, and so we're going to see a little showdown at the ball where Elena has some things to say to Victoria, and she's probably spot on with her criticism of the woman. Also, Amanda gives Lily some advice that's unsolicited, and it might be about playing nice with Devon. Also, as the week closes, Daniel Romalotti gets some news that startles him. We have to wonder if this is the Phyllis murder mystery kicking off. Of course, it's not going to be a mystery. We know they're going to try and frame Diane. There's a lot to see and unpack as we have a whole week worth of events at the Bicentennial Gala, and we're going to see Ashley Abbott trying to deal with Tucker. We're going to see what Phyllis and Jeremy roll out to try and take down Diane once and for all, and there's so much to watch on the CBS soap. Don't miss a moment of Young and the Restless, and be sure to come back to soapdirt.com for all your latest Young and the Restless spoiler articles, news, and updates. Thank you for listening.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.